Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I'm doing a 200% leader skill showcase for a unit that, to be perfectly honest, I completely forgot the fact that this guy is getting a 200% lead thanks to LR Cooler, and I actually saw somebody mention on Twitter the fact that they hadn't seen anyone do a 200% showcase for him yet, so that was at the time of recording. Knowing my luck, I'll put this up, and like Truth will have put one up like an hour before this or something, but this is of course the Tech Transforming FRIEZA. He has got an EZA, he's full level 10 links, he's rainbow, so we're going to check him out here with the 200% leader skill. Now, he raises attack and defense on super, does immense damage. Obviously, he transforms every single turn, so I'm not going to go through his passive every single turn, but basically what we need to know is that he has a base amount of attack and defense, he gets extra ki as well as extra attack and defense when attacking a superclass enemy, and he recovers HP at the end of the turn. And as we go through, each of those numbers grow, although the attack increases but the defense decreases, until we get all the way up to the final form, where we're only getting a little bit of defense and a bunch of attack. And then when we get to the golden phase, we get no defense but 50% attack, and we do get 12 ki and a guaranteed crit on that one turn, the turn where he transforms. So we're on the 200% team. We've got this support FRIEZA that supports sworn enemies, so he's going to look really good on this turn. Against super type enemies, you basically never need to worry about getting ki for him, because he's going to get 3 ki when he attacks anyway. And he's starting off with 230k defense on this turn. So remember, he's getting a 30% raise from his super attack effect as well. So he's going to be, what is it, close to like 300k if it factors in the support. So pretty good. Obviously, if he double supers, he gets more. Plus, he does get, remember, the extra defense when attacking a superclass enemy, which in his first form is like 40%. So his defense is actually going to be quite high after this first super attack here. So we'll see what kind of attack stat we get. Obviously, Cooler is providing a bunch of extra links. I think he had every link except one. I should have showed it, but we can see it again on the next time we get this rotation. But I think he had like every link but one active. So decent, solid attack stat there for turn 1. Because remember, attack-wise, he's just going to get more and more powerful as we go on. And he does heal at the start of the turn, which is quite a decent little bonus ability, right? Getting a free heal, especially in events where you can't use items like EZAs and stuff like that. Obviously, the shorter form events like EZAs and Super Battle Road are not the best place for this unit, because he doesn't get, like, you're never going to see like his final transformations or anything like that. But let's float off the tech one, I guess, to put on rotation with the other FRIEZA. Because what we'll do is we'll just get the both rotations with a golden FRIEZA in slot 1. And then we'll have a bunch of different supports floating to give Tech FRIEZA the support and the extra links in slot 3 as well. So I want to give a shout out to my boy Mario. You can see his Instagram tag in the bottom corner, Mario Zeus. He's the guy that makes a lot of my art and my overlays. Shout out to him for this new animated overlay. You can see we have the animated effects on the side. He's cooked up a couple for the new units for me, so hopefully I pull both of them. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And do go check him out. I did retweet a thing of his on Twitter the other day as well. Very talented artist, and he does a lot of stuff for the channel. So big shout out to him as Cooler just goes off here. We're going to finish off Vegeta this turn. We should do, right, I assume. Is this my Cooler or the friend? I didn't check the friend's hidden potential. Is my one. Shame that he didn't crit. Mine has 25 crit, so he literally is like 50-50. It's a coin flip every single attack, whether he's going to crit or not. And yeah, of course, he finishes him off. So let's see. We're going to transform up to the second phase. I guess really I should try and avoid supers with units that don't need to super, because I really don't want to kill him like before we actually get to see all the forms. So we'll go ahead and not super with Turles. And then we'll get a super for you. So now we've got a lot of support, because Turles, because we're fighting a super type enemy, does give defensive support. So we have two 40% support units on rotation. So we have 300k defense, almost 310. We're going to raise our defense on super, as well as getting 30% defense when attacking the super class enemy. So we are probably close to like 500k defense on this turn after he attacks, which is pretty good. So, yeah, no super for Turles. Don't get an additional. And And then we should be good. Alright, we got an additional normal, that's fine. And then FRIEZA, this should be a big number. 6.6. Well, yeah, 666 is the first 3 digits. Very appropriate for FRIEZA. So big damage for FRIEZA. Obviously big, you know, solid defense. I feel like on this Cooler team, even though he doesn't provide support, because obviously Cooler, if you're running Cooler's team, the most optimal way you're going to run it is to have a tank in slot 1 and then Cooler in slot 3, right? In slot 2. You're not going to be wanting to float off the LR Cooler just because of the sheer amount of damage he does, unless you're in a particularly difficult event against an AGL enemy. But I feel like this FRIEZA could probably make a pretty decent addition as a 3rd slot floating unit. The only problem, of course, with that is it's going to be even harder to see all of his forms. But if he's putting up numbers like that, even in his like second form, then obviously that is very, very good. So this worked out very nicely as well that we didn't one-turn him the last turn, because now we can just finish him off this turn and then go into the next phase with FRIEZA ready to go. Transforming into 3rd form FRIEZA. Who's going to be... Oh, yeah, we're going to have the golden FRIEZAs together now. And we've got Turles on rotation as well. So, transform into 3rd form. This good old Xenomorph head. And then we can put golden FRIEZA in slot 1. So, we have every link active except for Metamorphosis. And we have the 40% support from Turles. So, we are at 336k defense. Because remember, his base defense stat is going up every turn. He's getting less on attack, but his base amount is going up. So he's going to be looking crazy. He gets, what, 20% on super... Well, 20% when attacking a super class enemy. And then he's still getting the 30%... although, yeah, he's infinitely stacking defense as well, which I guess is the key. So I misread that the first time, the fact that it was... Is it only for 1 turn in his first form, or am I actually just being a complete dummy? I can't even click the screen in the right place, apparently. No, it is infinite stacking all the way through, I guess. Until you get to gold, and then it's only 1 turn. That's weird. So, yeah, get them stacks in the early stages. So that's why, ideally, you really want him to be getting additional supers in the early turns. I should have not supered with Turles again, but oh well. You want him to be getting additionals in the early turns so that you're actually getting those stacks in. Because then once he gets to golden form, he can't stack anymore. So... Obviously, him having a bunch of additionals is probably going to be his best case scenario. 6.4. I mean, he almost matched last turn. And last turn we had an extra 40% support unit on the rotation. So you can see how his damage output is growing quite significantly every turn. Of course, the problem is I could try and stall on the next turn. Except, you know, STR Cooler knows not the meaning of stalling. I mean, our best case scenario is he just gets additional normal attacks and doesn't crit. But even then, I mean, this Vegeta doesn't have a lot of HP left. Fortunately, Cooler is not on sworn enemies, so he's not getting any support from the 3rd form FRIEZA. But everybody else is, so... And everyone only needs, like, literally 1 key to super, so we're not going to avoid that. So I guess we are finishing off this phase this turn. But we should get to see all the forms. We'll be on the physical Super Saiyan Blue phase next turn, and we're not going to 1-turn the next phase. So we'll get to see Final Form FRIEZA against the physical stage, and then we should finish him off, especially because of the Cooler power. And then we'll get to see the Golden FRIEZA against AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta, which is perfect timing, really. So he should be looking pretty good. Hopefully we can actually get an additional super on the next turn, since the next turn is the only time we're still going to be in this form where we're actually stacking our attack and defense. Oh, apparently I hit the speed down button at some point as well. I need to make sure I undo that mistake. So we transform up to final form. So now we have no support on the rotation. So I'm going to go ahead and deliberately not super with you so I can turn the speed back up. And we are at 342k defense with no support. That is pretty good. Every link active except for Prodigies. So very, very nice here for FRIEZA with no support. We're not getting anywhere near as much attack on... as much defense on attack as we were before. But we are getting a lot more attack. So... Some of the super attack animations do look pretty cool in ×1, but I definitely could not play the entire game on ×1 speed. So yeah, Golden Frieza will just eat all of these attacks. And then what are we going to get here from our boy? No support as well, remember. So be interesting to see if we do break 6 mil. We do just break 6 mil. So remember, 2 phases ago, we got 6.6 with 2 40% units on the rotation. 2 40% supports. And here we are getting just over 6 million with no support on the rotation. So that is very, very good. And then I think we have, is it third form Frieza is going to be with him on the next turn? So obviously we're going to finish off the physical phase in the next turn because next turn has Cooler on it. Cooler didn't even do any additional supers on that turn and he still did a ton of damage. And of course we have the Turles support as well. So we're going to get the Dokkan attack this turn. It's a shame we were this close to it because getting it with the Frieza would have been nice, but I guess it's neither here nor there. The Dokkan attack doesn't give you any extra like attack stat. You obviously do extra damage if you hit all the nodes, which actually no, I won't even bother because let's speed through this. Cooler with the support from Turles, especially including the fact that he gets Big Bad Bosses active from him, means that we shouldn't have any trouble finishing off Vegeta this turn because this is my Cooler who is Rainbow and full level 10 links, so he will get rid of Vegeta quite nicely here. And then we can go on to the final phase and see what tech... Oh my god, 12.3. See what tech Frieza is going to look like when he transforms into Golden Frieza. And he is going to be linked up with the other Golden Frieza. And we have the third form Frieza in slot 3. We get a guaranteed crit on our super attack this turn as well. So, yeah, let's see what we're going to get. Remember, we're getting 50% attack up on attack as well. It doesn't have to be a super, it's just when attacking. But that is going to be pretty spicy. So, start of turn defense, we are at 417,000. Because remember, he's getting attack and defense 150, but he's got the benefit of the stacks from all the super attacks he got on the previous turn. So, that is very, very good. Obviously, we get guaranteed super because he gets 12 key. And so yeah, let's see what we get. We're going to get a pretty high number here, and we're going to get a guaranteed crit as well. So I think the only way this ends badly for the turn is if he super attacks third form Frieza, but we'll still get to see what our transforming Frieza is going to do. But fortunately, he's going to super attack Golden Frieza, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so we take barely any damage. We lowers our defense, so we do start taking a tiny bit of damage from the normal attacks, but still not enough. 7.95, so basically 8 million guaranteed crit. Now remember, we have a support unit on the rotation. Oh, look at that. Double super. So because he raises for 1 turn, it goes up to 8.2. Of course, he gets an additional on the turn where he's not stacking anymore, but the additional is still a guaranteed crit. So very, very good showing on this turn. And remember, I was about to say, even though we have support on the rotation, technically this is him at his bare minimum at the golden form stage, because he didn't additional super at any point during the time where he actually could still be stacking. Like, imagine if you get the RNG, imagine this same run, this same video setup, but he double supered every turn before we got to the golden form. And then imagine, like, how high his attack stats and everything would be, like, right now. So we'll go ahead and do this. I forgot that this was turned on. I wanted to do this just to do a bit of extra damage, but it is what it is, I guess. I mean, I never get sick and tired of watching it, but it's not what we're here for the video, so. Although, unfortunately, I guess if we crit, yeah, I just killed him off. Alright, well, we saw what Frieza can do. On the next turn, his attack stat's going to be basically the same, because he would have had a 40% attack support unit again. He stopped stacking when he gets the golden form, so the attack stats would have been the same. The only difference is we wouldn't have got a guaranteed crit. But I think he's looking pretty good. I personally like to run supports as the slot 3 floaters, but some of the more difficult content in the game, certain floating support units are just almost unrunnable. So I really do think that this tech transforming Frieza could be really, really good as a third slot floating unit. He put up some very good numbers, and like I say, without getting any additional super attacks on the turns where he was stacking. So I think he ended up looking very, very good. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.